welcome, dear chamber members and guests and supporters. Today, I want you to take a journey into your memories.
That's scary.
And I want you to think about a time where you really needed someone to show up for you. We all have these moments where we need help. Maybe you had gotten in trouble with the law.
None of us.
Maybe your health was very poor. Or maybe you went through a bad breakup. We all know that one. Now, I am sure that one of your very, very good friends showed up for you, was there for you, right? And I'm sure as you brought back those memories of that event, inevitably, you also thought about that person. These are people that are dear to our hearts. The chamber members, as humans, we are hardwired to love and care about those that show up for us. When I speak to people that are new to the chamber, they tell me very often, it doesn't work. I'm not getting any leads. Now, why is that? Maybe they have the wrong approach. Maybe they don't show up enough. You know, it's not about going to events once, giving a stranger your spiel about what it is that you do, pushing a business card into someone's hands without being asked for it, and then go home. Look at your phone and nothing. No leads, right? Why? Well, I'm sorry, I have to tell you, a lot of you are somewhat of a commodity, for lack of a better term. Yes, you financial advisors, New York Life, anyone? Yes, your realtors, insurance brokers. There's a lot of you. And if you want this to work, you have to start showing up. So when you join a chamber, what you do is you go to the events calendar on the website or to the events list on Facebook. And you RSVP for every single luncheon mixer event, and you show up. You don't have to know how to network. Show up, get to know people. Learn what makes them tick. Maybe craft some new acquaintanceships. Hey, maybe even friendships. And over time, I can guarantee you that, yes, maybe right now, John has insurance through the marketplace. But when the moment comes and he needs a different solution, he now thinks, well, I need a health insurance agent. And who always shows up at chamber events? That is a health insurance agent. One person that comes to mind for me is Harlan Pickett, for example. Why do I know that? Because he always shows up. It's not going to be a few dollars more or less that will make that person's decision. It is who is in their mind in terms of who has shown up. And I really want you all to understand that as a chamber member, you have entered a relationship with the community. And a relationship is always a two-way street. Yes, we need to set things in place so that you can get business, so that you can network, so that you can evolve and learn. But you all need to show up. Now, don't think that I am not happy with your attendance or anything like that, but we can do better, always. When people talk about why they enjoy attending our mixers and events, they say it was fun. It was fun. A lot of people were there and I had a good time. And I really want to work on that. And I want to plant that seed into your minds that showing up is really all you need to do. When a sponsor decides to spend their hard-earned money on sponsoring an event, what do you think they expect from that? They want you to show up. They want you to learn about them. You don't need to go there and give them money if there's nothing you need from them right now. But they're extremely happy if you show up. Your chamber this year really wants to set the bar very high with a series of signature events which we call the State of Tri-Counties. And the next edition, the Madison edition, is on March 23rd. And we have invested a lot of energy into getting sponsors that are relevant in the industry. And I can tell you that there's always a financial part to any organization. And with this event, we have asked our sponsors really to make an effort and provide good sponsorships. And that is the case for any event, but what I'm really asking you is show up for the State of Medicine and for every other luncheon, mixer, and every opportunity. If you do that, my dear chamber members, I can guarantee you that your board and your leadership team will enjoy going the extra mile for you all the time. I can tell you, volunteering on this board as a chair this year, I have created a third job for myself, doing this the right way, okay? And we sacrifice a lot. Our board and any person who serves on a public board organization. And I can tell you that the best thing you can do for them is show up, and it helps everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. With that, we're going to follow with a good way to be kept informed on what we have going on so you can show up is join our texting system. You can text 40691 to TRICO if you haven't already. You can pull out your phone, do it right now. It will update you on events that we have going on. Sometimes we do fun contests. Sometimes I text you in the middle of the night, tell you good night, I love you. You just never know. And I did, for the record, for those of you who made fun of me, I have a brand new iPhone. Look at that. Woo! No home button, nothing. All right, we've upgraded Tri-County Chamber, guys. This year we have upgraded everything. So, that being said, our social media is blowing up. I don't know if you guys have paid attention. Obviously, a lot of you are because we're seeing the numbers increase. We hit 2,000 likes on Facebook. That's a big deal. Give us a clap. Thank you. We have taken back over our LinkedIn, which Lisa Ubelo was keeping hostage from us, but we were able to maintain access to LinkedIn. We have Instagram. We have a YouTube page where we're posting all of our videos. These luncheons are going live on Facebook. There's a lot going on with our social media, so please make sure and go like us, and that's also a good way for you to find out what we are up to. thank you to all of our new members and our renewing members. That is how we keep this Tri-County Chamber going, but it's also how we keep your businesses growing. The more businesses that we have coming in, the more businesses that are renewing, the more businesses that you are able to network with and reach. So thank you to all of our new and renewing companies. Tri-County Chamber, showing up, you get points. Right now, we have Mitzi Delgado is in first place, Stephanie Rogers is in third place, and second place, and Kate Selvas is in third place. One of those ladies, unless one of you guys really step it up, are going to be winning $250, which will be presented to them at the next luncheon. So keep it up. They are showing up. They are bringing in new members. They are sponsoring. They are attending. They are volunteering. So we appreciate their involvement, and we are going to reward them handsomely. So it's not too late to jump on board. Also, we are looking for sponsors to sponsor the membership challenges. We're going to do this each quarter. If you sponsor the membership challenge, your logo will be up on this. It'll be on social media. I think we're going to give you a little commercial. There's a lot more that we can do, and you just have to give us $250 to reward somebody with. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. With that being said, I would like to introduce the one, the only mayor of the city of Selma, Tom Daly.
I'll do this for free, guys.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone today? Normally I tell you welcome to Selma, but you're in live oak today. Sorry about that. Anyway, what we're about to do, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. I don't like to say big words like my fellow mayors, but I'll give you how to tell the people it's a lowdown of what we're about to do. It's a video of the state of the art of Selma, which we do every year. That tells you what we've done over the past year. We normally do it every year with partnership with the city's Cibola, the city's shirts, and also Selma. Luckily, it's in alphabetical order because we saved the best for last, which is Selma. Thank you. It's a 10-minute video, which we could have probably taken 20 minutes to do it. The one thing that does bother me is that we had to rush through the Harrison Park and the State Stop Park because it's an awesome and a beautiful place to be. And everyone, if you have the opportunity to want to go out walking, bike riding, it is one of the top 25 hidden gems in the city of San Antonio when people need to go out there and experience this park. So when we go by really quick, take the opportunity to go by real slow and enjoy it when you do get a chance, right? I want to thank my staff, Johnny, which is my staff, okay, for doing all that. No, it's not true. We have a great staff, you know, John. And he did a fantastic job on this. And what I want you guys to realize is this. City of Selma is a 2-by-3 mile city. It's mostly you will go by and say, wow, just 2-by-3. But we're one of the most diverse cities around. We did it right. We have shopping on one side, residential down the middle, and big business on the other side. In the middle, we have a town park. Okay, I saw sort of kind of, but it does raise horses. But right now, they sold the 42 acres of land behind it and the 20 acres in front, and we're going to be building an epicenter of major business that's going to be on next year's video, which you should come and see, which I'm excited about. All right? So without any further ado, as they say, sit back, close your eyes, take a deep breath, open your eyes, and welcome to Nevada. Thank you, guys.
Nirvana. Should be in freaking schools.
Most of us approached 2020 with optimism and said, bring it on. It is safe to say that 2020 did just that. But we persevered and stood up to the challenge. The same can be said for the city of Selma. Even in the face of a global pandemic and a number of social or political issues, we continue to build on the success of previous years. This success is a testament to the hard work and planning of past elected officials and staff, while some of this success is due in large part to the hard-working men and women in Selma that came to work each day with the purpose of helping our neighbors get through these tough times. As we wrap up the events of the past year, we are certain that the promise of 2020 was not lost. It was just postponed. Despite the uncertainty that dominated much of the past year, Selma saw another year of continued commercial growth in 2020. Ewald Kubota, one of Central Texas' most renowned agriculture machinery dealers, opened its newest location in Selma. moving into the location just off Interstate 35, formerly occupied by Rush Bus Center. In November 2020, Mercedes-Benz of Selma celebrated the grand opening of their new dealership at the corner of Interstate 35 and Corporate Drive, becoming the newest neighbor to City Hall. We also saw further commercial growth in the area of the Titan Industrial Park, with the official opening of Penske Truck Rentals. This 24,000 square foot facility adds yet another world-renowned business to the Selma family. Fire Boys Mechanical and Plumbing also completed construction on their new luxurious company headquarters in late 2020. This new complex serves as the central location for all facets of the Fire Boys company, with plenty of room to accommodate their growing air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and mechanical divisions. Fire Boys looks to bring more than 300 jobs to Selma. Also joining the Selma team is Goosehead Insurance, a one-stop shop for superfood bowls, smoothies, and a variety of juice options to help customers find their healthiest self. Goosehead, located at Forum Point Shopping Center, strives to make an impact not just with their products, but also by promoting a positive influence in the community.
Hi, my name is Mitzi Delgado.
And I'm Rafael Diaz. We're the owners of Goosehead here in Selma. We're very happy to have the opportunity to expand in Selma, and we were looking to see where our expansion plans took us. The city of Selma was a natural choice. The city's done a wonderful job in creating infrastructure, continuing to feel and ensuring that residents have a wonderful quality of life that aligns exactly to our business goals and allows us to operate in a way that not only provide a wonderful product and service to the community, but also receive the benefits of that.
We are proud to welcome Goosehead Insurance, our new corporate partners, to town and look forward to their health and success. We have continued to see growth in the residential sector as well. New home construction in Selma Park Estates also continues as more and more people move to Selma to enjoy the small town atmosphere with the luxuries of a big city. Also beginning construction in 2020 was Selma's newest single-family home subdivision, Sunrise Village. Sunrise Village, which is located on Latama Parkway, will provide over 90 new upscale living options for new residents. Selma is also proud to welcome a new multi-family housing project along Lookout Road near the Selma Live Oak city limits. Construction on the Citadel at Lookout apartment complex, which will contain over 300 units, is also currently under construction. Once completed, this new complex will provide another multi-family residence option with easy access to Interstate 35 and Loop 1604. Over the last year, Selma saw a number of quality of life projects for our residents and businesses. One such project was the construction of a splash pad at Stage Stop Park. This 3,220 square foot oasis will serve to provide much needed relief from the sweltering Texas sun. Although the initial grand opening had to be postponed due to COVID-19 concerns, we plan to celebrate in style as the weather warms up in 2021. 2020 also saw the further development of the historic Jonas Harrison house and property come to fruition. The additional trail systems, tree orchards, and natural landscapes further enhanced the rich history of one of Selma's original homesteads. Throughout the beginning of 2020, the city also conducted a community-wide survey to assess the city's parks to find out just what our residents wanted to see in future park development. The overwhelmingly positive feedback provided by our residents will guide the city as we develop and enhance our park system. With the tumultuous year that was 2020, we also felt it was necessary to further increase our efforts to build a sense of community and assist our neighbors in their time of need. One such effort was the creation of the Selma Small Business Reinvestment Program. The Small Business Reinvestment Program is a local economic development program designed to help reduce the strain on local businesses caused by the loss of business or implementation of necessary safety measures due to COVID-19. Today, the city has provided $70,000 to a number of local businesses to help offset these costs and ensure that each one is able to weather the economic uncertainty of the health crisis. To give you a better idea of what the Selma Small Business Reinvestment Program has done for local business, let's hear from Nick Anthony of Papuli's Greek Grill.
Being part of Selma is the homegrown business. I'm the founder. Independent business folks that COVID have really taken a lot of hit. We took it very hard hit. We worked for 3 months. Enough we were to survive. And so when I saw the grant program that the city of Selma, we were able to apply
stepped up their efforts to provide more community-oriented policing services to the residents and businesses within the city. Community-oriented policing that combines traditional aspects of law enforcement with prevention measures, problem-solving, community engagement, and community partnerships. Among the numerous projects that these officers have implemented include Toys Not Tickets, a crime prevention treasure hunt, child car seat checks, and the annual Selma Citizens Police Academy. All of these efforts are designed to increase cooperation and positive engagement with the community that are not based on law and order, but care and compassion. We cannot begin to express our gratitude for these men and women and their unwavering commitment to our community. The upcoming year will also bring even more upgrades to city infrastructure. The key project in our infrastructure upgrades for 2021 will be the reconstruction of Evans Road. With the onset of the pandemic, this project was postponed in order to ensure the responsible fiscal administration that our residents and business community have come to appreciate from our city. Once completed, the new Evans Road will provide a wider, smoother surface for one of Selma's most widely used connector streets. We are also excited about the progress being made on a number of upgrades to our city buildings and infrastructure. In August 2019, the City Council approved the issuance of certificates of obligation for some much-needed building projects. The approved building projects address a variety of needs to ensure that our city staff is properly equipped to handle the needs of the residents and businesses in Selma. One of these building projects provides for a new public works facility on Lookout Road. The current public works building is the oldest building at the City Hall's complex and is not currently capable of providing the necessary room for staff and equipment. The new facility will provide enough space for our public works staff while providing enough room for the secure storage of their equipment. The second building project is an expansion to City Hall. Currently, our Development Services Department, which oversees a number of areas including permitting, is housed at the Stage Stop Visitor Center. The City Hall expansion will allow these team members to relocate to the City Hall complex, thus providing a centralized one-stop shop for residents and businesses to conduct city business. Construction on each of these projects began in August 2020, with construction slated to be wrapped up this summer. We are also pleased to announce that the Chamber will take over occupancy of the Stage Stop Visitor Center once city staff has moved to City Hall. This move will establish a permanent Selma branch of the Chamber in order to better serve the needs of our business community. Look, 2020 was a tough year for everyone. What started as the beginning of a new, promising decade turned into a nightmare for many. In essence, our world was upended. We can never forget the events of the past year, but most importantly, we cannot forget what 2020 has taught us. It taught us that we are all in this together and that we are stronger than we ever knew we could be. The success of the past year, even in the face of a global pandemic, are because each of you, together we will make the next year one of resurgence and resiliency, the likes of which we have never seen. Now is the time to fulfill the promises that were postponed last year. Now is the time to get to work.
Thank you, Mayor Daley and Johnny, who really made it happen. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys coming out and giving us that update. Exciting things going on in one of our city partners. As always, there's always excitement going on in Selma, right? They've got Daley as the mayor, but we do appreciate it. And thank you, Kevin Haddis, who's here from Selma, as well as City Councilman representative. So next, when I can get it together, I'd like to introduce Carrie Corbin with Hanson. She's going to come up and talk to you a little bit about Hanson and why they are involved with the Raycat food drive every year. Give her a round of applause.
Thanks, guys. I represent Hanson Aggregate Surftex Quarry, and they're in Garden Ridge, and we're on our 7th annual Raycat food drive starting April 19th through the 23rd. And a lot of our city halls are helping us. We're putting boxes like this up in all the city halls and want everybody to stop by and donate, clean out your pantries. And the city halls that are participating would be Garden Ridge, Cibolo, Schertz, Selma, and University City. So please donate, and we're trying to help build a pantry for the summer when a lot of the kids are not in school and they need extra meals. And I've worked with Jessie Fisher, director of Raycat, for the last 7 years. Really 8, but it got canceled last year, so we can only say we've done it 7 years. But anyway, she can tell you about Raycat, and thank everybody for coming and bringing donations. And we also have a place to do cash donations if y'all are willing to do that as well. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over right now to Jessie Fisher.
Hi, it's good to be back. I'm sure we're enjoying getting back together more and more. Raycat was established in 1983, so 38 years ago. Who in here does not know what Raycat does? Well, I don't even have to talk. Okay, Raycat is the Randolph Area Christian Assistance Program. About 38 years ago, there were some civic leaders, council members, and pastors who used to get together for coffee. And in discussing over coffee, well, I helped old so-and-so last week, well, so did I. And they decided, you know, people can start at one end of Pat Booker, hit every church along the way, and end up with a pocket full of cash and a car full of groceries. We got to organize this. And so 9 churches and civic leaders decided, let's organize Raycat. It's a central location. We'll funnel all of our resources through them. They'll make sure nobody's taking advantage of anybody or hitting the same places every month or every few months. And that's how Raycat started. And we haven't changed a whole lot in 38 years. We're still set up to operate as an emergency food pantry. And our founders didn't think emergencies happened on a monthly basis. And so we have some limitations that maybe other organizations don't. But we have successfully been helping the residents of 9 different zip codes for 38 years now, solely supported by donations from the communities that we serve. We have 24 churches that help us, support us. We can call on them. I shoot out an email and say, hey, we're out of peanut butter. And that's 24 congregations in our area that get that peanut butter to us. And then as the years went by, we started to see that membership in the chamber was a huge blessing to us, because the chamber has so many resources, so many businesses, organizations that can get that same word out. And that's all we ever ask, is just to spread the word, we need peanut butter. Right now, the word is toilet paper. We have depleted our resources of toilet paper. Food has been good. Over the last year, I have seen the generosity of the communities that your businesses are located in just jump on any need. We're supplied with food. We keep that up on a regular basis. I've been the director for almost 15 years now, and I've never had to turn away a client for lack of resources. In fact, depending upon the financial flows and ebbs, we've been able to help people over the last year. In 2020, our Direct Client Assistance Fund paid out over $108,000 towards helping people with rent and utilities. That doesn't count food. But our food, the donations have been so generous from the communities that less than 10% is groceries that we have to buy. So 90% of what we're able to pass along, and we give people about a week's worth of groceries when they come in. So 90% of the food that we give out has been donated to us. And it's been very successful. Raycat has been the biggest blessing in my life outside of my family. And it's the biggest blessing our communities have, because we've always been there, and it looks like we're going to be there. The need has never gone away. It decreases and increases as things change within society. For the most part, I think that we serve what's been referred to as the working poor. And those are people who are working those minimum wage jobs that have been impacted by COVID. Unemployment was a blessing to most of our clients because they did get that extra money. And we see a lot of elderly people who are living on minimal amounts of Social Security. And so we've been there to serve that population as well. We do provide assistance with groceries, rent, utilities, and prescriptions. And we're one of the few agencies around that helps with prescriptions. So that's been a help. So financial donations, food donations, donations of toiletries. And I think there's a gal in the community, I don't see her here today. I don't think any of y'all know her. Tracy Blackwell?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Tracy's one of our biggest supporters, and a few years back, she asked me, what do you need? I'm gonna do a food drive for you. I said toilet paper. So Tracy got creative with that. I don't know if she hit any of your businesses asking for toilet paper, but when it was all over with, we had over 1,000 rolls of toilet paper. And she did it again a couple of years ago, and we're just now reaching the end of that 1,000+ rolls of toilet paper. So I'll leave you with one thought: Raycat needs toilet paper. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to see me. I've got some brochures on the table, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. And thank you for your support.
So in case you didn't catch on to that, they do accept cash. I know that Universal City Hall gave them some cash today. I just gave her my 20. We actually did a toilet paper drive a couple of years ago for them. We put it out there that they needed toilet paper, and every member walked in with toilet paper. I remember Jan came in from Costco, carrying like this, running around with all this toilet paper. So I think the drive is after our next luncheon, so I'm challenging all of you to bring toilet paper to our next luncheon so that we can then donate it back to this drive. So everybody in this room, everybody on Facebook Live, I expect you all to walk in. I don't care if you bring me one roll of toilet paper. If I'm at the house, I might have to take one, but I've got boys there all the time. I'm challenging, if one roll or one big Costco thing, as much as you want, we're gonna have a big table in this room next time. We're gonna fill that table, so everybody bring us some toilet paper. Next, I actually would like to ask Mitzi Delgado, our diplomat, who is everywhere, and she's just like me. She just keeps going and keeps saying yes, and she just got a few things she wants to talk to you about. So, yes, I am a diplomat, and I'll be reaching out to a few of you coming up in the next week or so, talking about the diplomat team. We are looking for additional folks, and we're going to outline a little bit more specifics of, okay, what is it going to be, the expectations of being a diplomat, and what we're going to ask of you so that we can all make sure that we can represent the chamber as well as we can. But today I'm here to talk to you about the Guadalupe County Children's Advocacy Center. I am also on their fundraising committee. Many of you know that we normally would have Purse Bingo coming up in Shirts. And then there's a second Purse Bingo in Seguin in November normally. But this year, we pivoted last year a little bit and did more of a drive-through Purse Bingo and went virtual, but it worked as well as it could work with the time frames that we kind of had to pivot. So this year, we've decided to do more of a true virtual event. It is actually coming up in April, and basically we're asking the community to become champions for courageous children, because it does take a lot for children to come forward. If you don't know what the Guadalupe County Children's Advocacy Center does, they work with law enforcement to do interviews of kids who have been hurt in unimaginable ways, physically, emotionally, sexually, and they help the children go through those cognitive interviews to be able to present evidence, to be able to lock up these people that have hurt them. Then after the fact, they actually also continue on with those children and their caregivers, which is important in regards to therapy after the event has occurred. So it's a really important organization. And even with COVID going on last year, the Guadalupe County Children's Advocacy Center was able to help 720 children in the community. And that number is down. The reason that number is down is because normally teachers are your #1 reporters of abuse. Well, the amount of time that kids spent out of school last year with COVID and the number of kids that went to virtual learning is one of the reasons that they didn't have as many reports. Doesn't mean it's not happening, it just means unfortunately those kids aren't in a scenario where someone's able to say, hey, there's a problem here. So what the fundraiser is this year is we are, if you've ever seen somebody on Facebook, and really talking to our Facebook audience here too, when you say, hey, it's my birthday, donate to fill in the blank, and you can click on a link and it takes you somewhere that you can donate for their birthday instead of offering them a gift. Well, it's going to be very similar to that. I have instructions on if you would like to set up your own team. I will be setting up a team. We could set up a team as the chamber. Businesses individually could set up a team because then we can challenge each other to see who's going to make the most money, which is always fun. We all know that we like competition around here. So the month of March, I am doing my portion and reaching out as a committee member for the fundraising committee to say, hey, who would like to be a champion and have your own team? I've already emailed all of this to Mindy while we're here today. It has all of the instructions as well as the timelines in regards to how March is kind of, hey, we want you to set up your team. The instructions will walk you through how to do that on the Go Lively page that is associated with the Advocacy Center. And not only just, hey, can you donate? More importantly, hey, can you spread the word? Exactly what she was talking about with Raycat. Can you help spread the word? Can you, if you personally can't donate, or if you personally maybe don't have time or the resources to have your own team, be sure and send my link to everyone. I'll be happy to share it with everyone. But in April, we kick off, so it's actually going to run the entire month of April, the actual campaign. So from April the 1st until the end of April is when folks can actually start donating. Right now we're getting all the teams together. If Shirts Bank and Frost Bank and Broadway Bank all wanted to compete against each other, and have their own teams, they can do that. So it's going to be really fun. Hopefully it's going to be something that we are able to use long term for the Advocacy Center. We feel like it's good to have in-person stuff as we get back to opening up, but having something virtually that makes it a little bit easier for folks who maybe can't donate or can't be big sponsors. This is something that you can help spread the word or donate $5 or $10 to someone's team, and every single dollar that is donated help. I would like to give a shout out to Izzy because he actually did a wonderful video that we will be using for the Advocacy Center, and he donated his time and his efforts, and it's going to be something that they're going to be able to use long term, not just for this event, but for showing families, hey, this is what the Advocacy Center looks like. So it's a little bit more comfortable for them to come in if they need to come into the center. Sending it to donors who've been donors in the past, and maybe we're trying to get them back on board for being a long-term donor. But it's a phenomenal video, and obviously if you guys have seen Izzy's work, it's great. But he did donate his time, and I really appreciate that. So there are going to be cool recognition stuff throughout. If you hit a certain dollar amount, there are t-shirts, there are swag bags, there are signs for your businesses that you can actually put in your yard recognizing you as a champion for children. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Mindy will email and do what Mindy does and get it out to everybody, but I really appreciate you guys taking a few minutes to let me talk about this, and if you have any questions afterwards, just let me know. Thank you. Thank you, Mitzi, and thank you, Izzy, for that. That's one thing I love about this Tri-County Chamber. I don't call it my Tri-County Chamber, I call it it's my chamber family. You guys are all my family. And in this family, we all support each other. We give back, we reinvest in our community. Nobody hesitates. I emailed Izzy and I said, hey, they need a video, but they can't afford to pay for it. And he's like, where do I need to be and when? So thank you, I really do appreciate that. And Mitzi, volunteering your time for helping with that means a lot. And everybody in this room, I see you all doing things like that. Missy does the Dress for Success, and so it's one of those things that I love about you guys. That being said, the 2021 calendar is still not full. We still have openings for mixers. We still have openings for lunch sponsors. We do have the golf tournament is coming up in State of Medicine. State of Medicine, we have all the sponsorship, which was pretty amazing. It happened really fast. So let me know if you want to join one of those. We still have Toastmasters going on. I just said 3 times, so I'm not attending. Again, it's my son's in baseball. I swear that's what it is. They're meeting virtually every Monday from 5:30 to 7 via Zoom. If you're interested in that, contact Shankar, Andrea, or myself. It's also in the newsletters every week. Speaking of state medicine, this thing is just rolling, you guys. Shankar and his team, we have a committee that's been working on this. We've gotten the sponsorships full. We're going to have a mixer afterwards, and Tri-County, we'd like to do a little mixer. It is March 23rd from 1 to 5 here at the Hilton in Live Oak. Thank you again to Live Oak for donating the facility so that we could give more money to whatever nonprofit we decide to give some money. We have opening remarks from Michael Beaver. We have the panel discussion with Harlan Pickett, who's here, Dr. Matsagimba, and Dr. Kellum. It's free for members, so you don't have a reason to not go, guys. If you're a guest, you're not a member, it's only $15. They're going to be talking about some important stuff in regards to business, regards to COVID. COVID is not going to be the focus. It's really just going to be, navigating through all of this with your businesses. So be sure to go online. You have to get a ticket to go, so go online and get your ticket. It is, again, for free for most of you in this room that are members, so go on and get it. We need to know how many people are coming, so just go do it. RSVP, guys. All right, March, we have March Mix, so this one's going to be fun out at Rebecca Creek Distillery. They're a newer member and very supportive, and they are another company that really gives back and reinvests in the community. They're always donating liquor, which, we really like them for that, right? So join us out there. I think we're going to have some live music. I'm not sure who we're going to have, but that's March 25th. It'll begin about 5:30, and then it'll end when they kick us out. The March Luncheon, we're going to hear an update from the city of Live Oak, one of our other city partners. We don't have a sponsor yet for that luncheon, so if you're interested in sponsoring and supporting Live Oak, who supports us all the time, let me know. It's only $300. And if you are new in the room and you would like to introduce yourself, please raise your hand. Hey, Selma.
Selma wants to sponsor the Live Oaks.
And for Selma, it's not just going to be 300. It's going to be 301, right, Johnny? 301. All right. Always going to charge you a little bit more. All right. We have a hand up. You have to follow me.
It's not going slow.
Good afternoon, my name is Gail, and I'm one of the volunteers for Circle of Cancer Care. We are your local nonprofit organization, and we serve female cancer fighters and survivors in our community. So I recently retired, and I have more time, so I hope to follow the lead that was given today, to be here and show up and be part of the team and make a difference in our community. So thank you so much.
Anybody else want to stand up and introduce themselves? You think, yeah, sure, why not?
My name is Zach Domenico. I just graduated from UTSA. I work with Goosehead Insurance. We're actually the largest independent broker in the state of Texas in regards to commercial personal line insurance. So I work with 40 plus A-rated carriers, even worked with a lot of clients already that are saving tons of money on their current premiums and stuff like that. And more, what we focus on is educating the client on their current insurance policies, and when it comes to commercial and business insurance, we educate them and make sure that they have everything that they want covered and all of their personal needs covered. And if you guys have witnessed the snow apocalypse, as our company's been calling it, a lot of insurance claims came in. We had 3,000 claims in one day. If you can imagine all the water coverages with the bursted pipes. And so what we're doing is we have our own service team that's separate from our sales team, which I'm on. And they are the reason why all of our claims got paid out, because they make sure all the standard premiums and insurance policies have the standard coverages on there when it comes to water coverage and stuff like that. So I'm really just glad to be part of this Chamber of Commerce and learning some more. I'm actually, Sarah Dietz is with Kendra Ray Real Estate, and she invited me today, so hopefully become a member and come to more meetings and learn from you guys and help insurance on commercial or personal line. Thank you.
really happened is she invited him as a guest to Mardi Gras. And he's like, these people I want to hang out with. So, welcome back. We'll see you again. I just want to note that Eric, you sat at the wrong table. This was the Marine section here. You missed out. Missed that opportunity. Bethany. You gotta move.
Hi guys. I'm Bethany. This is my first luncheon here. I'm a new member. I come representing Habitat for Humanity of San Antonio. I'm not trying to compete with Habitat for Humanity of New Braunfels or Habitat Humanity of Guadalupe. We all love each other and we play nice with each other. But it's all about raising awareness for the issues that we have in the San Antonio and surrounding areas of raising housing costs and trying to help the people that are struggling with that. And so I'm the community relations manager, but if you guys have a group that wants to come out and volunteer in our warehouse building wall panels, or you guys want to volunteer on the build site, do some team building, if you're interested in giving us money that goes directly back into the homes, we also have 3 home centers where you can get some pretty discounted, awesome stuff. Like, I'm not allowed in there. My husband told me I can't because I spend all my money and it's a problem. So anyways, let me know if you want to connect, and nice to meet you guys.
I will say that it was brought to our attention by one of our members asking if we could maybe do some volunteering for nonprofit organizations. And we actually have asked, we have a committee now that's formed, and they're going to reach out to some of our nonprofits and see how we can help. We want to do things like, you know, a big food drive together, or maybe go out to the food bank and help them stock shelves or whatever it may be, and help you guys build. So it's coming. We're going to be doing that, and I have faith. I just watched Sherry from TLC hand some cash over to Jesse, so I have faith in you guys that you guys are going to work with us and help giving back to our community. That being said, we have decided that the proceeds from the golf tournament this year is going to go to Boysville. So, and for longtime members, they have a little staff turnover, so they have renewed their membership, and they're super excited to partner up with it. I've already seen M&S Engineers already signed up their team. Way to go, Kyle. Good job. Appreciate you. The city of Selma's always got their teams locked in, so if anybody else is interested in sponsoring golf or having a team, we will have the graphics ready, I think probably today. And you want to stand up, Kelsey, and introduce yourself at your first meeting.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Kelsey Jordan-Lee, Director of Economic Development for the City of Cibolo. Thank you.
Just want to make sure that you guys knew who this pretty little young lady was coming from Cibolo. Yes, sir.
Certainly it's not my first meeting, but if anybody's interested in volunteering with the NCAA Final Four games leading up to it, it starts next weekend, the 19th or so, and goes to about the 1st of April. San Antonio Sports Foundation has several volunteer opportunities. Some of us even signed up to be like virtual concierge. So I'm going to be assigned to an NCAA girls basketball team to run errands for them and to take stuff to them in the bubble. If anybody wants to do that, it's really interesting. And the folks downtown are really nice to work with. So please sign up. If you have any questions, give me a shout or email me and I'll forward you the link.
And everybody to sign up and have like somebody doing all my errands and things like that? Yes. Okay, cool. Because my son's wearing me out. The golf tournament is Monday, April 25th or 6th, whatever that Monday is. Yes, and it's at TPC Parkway, as always. Does anybody else, I mean, if you're not new, if you want to stand up, maybe give any other announcements, are we good? Y'all just ready to get to the door prizes? Yeah? Okay. So, first, I'm going to draw the door prizes that we have from Hampton. So, this is going to be, they've donated this nice cooler down here. If you can't see it, it's a big, huge insulated cooler. If anybody wins any of these, they're really cool prizes. I camp, I go to the coast, I just bought a Jeep. Oh, Jeep, by the way, I think I've been trying to find a Jeep name. Snowpocalypse. That's going to name my Jeep. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I've been trying to think of a name, something regarding the snow. And that, I think that's the winner, Snowpocalypse. That's going to be a really long word to put on my license plate, but I'll make it. It might be missing some vowels, but it's going to be on there. All right. So, Tom Daly, come up here and draw some cards. So first I'm gonna give away one of these lovely, wonderful chairs. Again, anybody wins it, they don't have any. He's gonna pull himself. He is. Who that? Holland Pickett. You don't have to come pick it up. You win one of the chairs. All right, the next chair is gonna go to. It's Wish Shanks. Who is it? Wish Shanks. Andrea, you get a nice chair. And this is going to be for the cooler. No, this is for the $50 to Walmart. $50 gift card to Walmart. You can go buy a chair if you didn't win one that you wanted. Joe Hicks. $50 gift card to Walmart. There's a Walmart right in Citadel, isn't there? One more card for Walmart, $50 Walmart gift card. You got to stand here with me for a while, dude. You're welcome. Looks like Missy Carpenter. You get $50 to Walmart. Oh, did she really leave or is she in the potty? Oh, draw again. Poor Missy. That's okay. She wins a lot. It's fine. It's fine. She wins a lot. She's a winner.
Tri-County.
Somebody wrote on the back.
Oh, that's her card.
Alexandra Harden. Alexandra Harden. You win $50 to Walmart. This is for the cooler.
Wait. My car was on top of it. I could have cheated. You are a politician.
Uh-oh. Who you give it to? Michael Casada with Universal City. You can pick it up and carry it out. All right. Next, I'm going to give away this little bag that was donated from Habitat for Humanity. Thank you, Bethany. We appreciate that. And I'll draw since I lost Mayor. I had his attention for longer than I've ever had it, so that was good. Success. That was a success for sure. You win that. Oh, really? He's like, oh, really? So you don't have to carry it right now? Yeah, we want to watch you walk out with it. Kelsey with the City of Citadel. And I guess I'm going to draw for this last one. I really wasn't going to because Stephanie Rogers with the Rogers Real Estate Group with RE/MAX brought a big bottle of margaritas from Jose Cuervo. But more than that, when I'm drinking, this is like one of my favorite snacks. These Dots pretzels are amazing, you guys. So I'm going to draw for that. And I didn't put my card in. So whoever won, if y'all want to go hang out afterwards, I like margaritas and pretzels, okay? Trying to convince Stephanie to go next door to Ninjas too. She's Eric Anderson, we get to hang out. Yeah, that's right. We're going to take the chair, we're going to sit at Harlan's, and we're going to drink margaritas and eat pretzels tonight. Man, that's a random Tuesday, guys. Again, I like to thank all of you for coming out. I know it's difficult times, and things are we're not even real sure what's going on right now, right? But I appreciate your support coming out. Don't forget to bring us some toilet paper next month. Don't forget to let me know if you want to sign up for something, and have a wonderful Tuesday.
Thanks, Stephanie.